Seeking for many years the ideal place to live, my sister Cameron researched Ecuador recently and decided to travel there to see if she could create a life she loves, with an abundance of natural beauty, fine weather, friends, fresh food, good work, culture, and of course, travel. I accompanied her in February 2009 as she sought an answer to her question. Could she find a high quality of life at a low cost of living? This is an especially challenging question now, considering our current global economic crisis. In the mountains, the climate is consistently mild all year round, spring-like, with only 2 seasons, wet and dry. Cameron focused on exploring places to live in the Sierra Mountains, between 6,000 and 9,000 feet high. We stayed in 3 places. First, colonial Cuenca in the south, the 3rd largest city in Ecuador, and the subject of this film. Our visit to the capital, Quito, and the northern city of Otavalo, site of a famous outdoor market, are the subject of other videos. We started our trip in Cuenca during the rainy season, but were not disturbed by any of the storms common in February. Some days we had drizzling rain, but most were cloudy, with the sun poking through the clouds on most days. It did not feel at all humid, and there were no bugs. Ecuador is a developing country about the size of Nevada in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, so we had no time lapse. Conveniently, its currency is the US dollar, and the electricity is the same. Ecuador has exquisite natural beauty, colorful indigenous people, Spanish colonial history, new roads, new cars, cheap and efficient public transportation. On every corner of the cities are internet cafes for under $1 an hour where you can check email. I wrote my blog. You could call the USA for 5 cents to $1 per minute. As in most things in Ecuador, prices range dramatically. Cameron and I found Ecuadorian people polite and helpful. Often they really went out of their way. A real live and let live attitude prevails. Traveling was inexpensive. For example, in Cuenca we had a large double room with bath, including breakfast and use of a garden, at Hotel Macondo, owned by Americans, for only $30 a night. Most importantly, for anyone considering visiting or living there, Ecuador has a thriving tourist industry and a growing expatriate community. Ecuador is encouraging foreigners to invest in property or reside in Ecuador at bargain prices from the gringo point of view. We found out, by the way, that gringo is not a derogatory term there. Cameron discovered it was likely she could easily obtain resident status, which would allow her to work and live there. Cameron found through Craigslist an Ecuadorian American named Tony. We were very lucky to have met him and his wife, who is from Cuenca. They took us around, sometimes with their children, to see apartments Cameron could live in, and also to see property, just to keep it in mind for the future. In case you're interested in property, see the rest of this video, which is highlights of the 3 kinds of properties we saw. 1. Apartments to rent in the suburban neighborhoods within Cuenca or just beyond Cuenca. Kitchen and dining. Earplugs. Very ecological. Yes, drawing by wind power. Second, homes to rent or buy in a gated compound. The garage here, the park here. And third, land for sale in the countryside, a half hour from Cuenca.
You can still buy into this area. Like I said, it all depends how much acreage you want. And it goes for about $6 to $7 per square yard, per square meter.
The cost of apartments followed suit. A brand new 3-bedroom apartment in South Cuenca was $220 a month. And the two stories up. Fine, this is for the stove. Nice wood entrance. Cameron found a 2-bedroom apartment 10 minutes away in a gated community in a home with a backyard was $300 a month. All furnished.
$10 a month, but yeah. The girl comes in here, then she does the laundry.
Yeah. It's furnished.
So I
This
felt
is the
it
little
was worth more.
little sit.
Big face.
Oh, sure. You see that. And yeah.
Church.
Dining room.
But the basic stuff. Box them up, say, hey, I go.
Yeah. And the backyard is beautiful. Cocina. Very bright. A skylight.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. The only problem I
Stove.
have is when it rains really
Counters.
hard.
Ah, the noise.
Really hard.
Uses it.
Now, one of the kids that lives here, he
And a gorgeous 4-bedroom villa with property for rent in a gated compound towards the hills of San Joaquin was going for only $500 for rent for $500. This is the living room with fireplace. So this is the sitting room with, look at that TV. Whoa. Living room. This is another bedroom. 3rd bedroom. Backyard. Pantry. Kitchen. Refrigerator, stove, 2 stoves. Cabinets. View. Incredible view. Garage. Sink. Pantries. And place for laundry. Laundry room. Front door. All right, can you hear the river?
You hear the river?
Yes. Fruit trees all over. We met fascinating and helpful Americans at the gringo haunt called Cafe Zoe. There are 100 expats on the email list. We ended our Cuenca visit at another gringo spot, Cafe Eucalyptus, with dinner with wine and a show, an entertaining and participatory salsa demo. It's easy to have fun when the cost of an evening out is just $15 per person. Please contact Cameron or me if you want more information on any aspect of this trip. Who knows? Maybe we'll meet someday in Ecuador.